Hey, what's going on everyone? Kurtzing here with a Ultra League battle video. It's been a while since I made another video. Been in quite a slump. Dropped all the way down to 17 and change. Have climbed back up over 1800 ranking. This team did get me a 3-2 and then a 5-0 set. So you guys will get to see the 5-0 set. And on the lead we've got Swampert, Mudshot, Hydro Cannon, Earthquake, Talonflame with Incinerate, Fly, and Flame Charge, kind of more as the closer. And then Trevenant as my safe swap, sometimes closer. Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, Shadow Ball. And we'll get right into the battles here. We'll start searching for a person here. And yeah, I just kind of went back to kind of basics and simple Pokemon, solid Pokemon that have a lot of different coverage. So you'll see here Swampert into Ampharos, and this is a fairly good matchup for myself. Hydro Cannons do hit decently hard, and Earthquake I think would pretty much one-shot, especially being the Shadow variant. I do shield up Brutal Swing on the off chance that they were running Trailblaze. That would, I think, pretty much one-shot me. So I wanted to just kind of test what they had. And so they shield up the first Hydro Cannon there. I'm going to let this next one go through. I feel like I'm still in a decent spot. And I do have almost 2 more Hydro Cannons. So I'm timing the Volt Switches there. Good timing there on throwing it through this on 5. So they put up a shield. And then I went to throw again right away because they threw the shield. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take them out. But they do make a really nice catch on Sceptile. So I switch into Talonflame, and I'm going to just Incinerate down. I do have to take a move here, and I think it's going to be an Aerolace. And it could be Aerolace Dragonclaw. It is Aerolace. And then they've got Skeldridge in the back. So I throw Flame Charge, and my main purpose for doing that instead of Fly right away is I just wanted to boost my attack, do another Incinerate, and get to Fly. And now this will hit even harder and almost takes them out. And I'm able to get one more Incinerate through. And if this is Disarming Voice, it's not going to take me out. It is. That Incinerate didn't take them out though. So they switched back into Ampharos. And at this point, I pretty much have this game. Because I still have a shield and Swampert can take care of Ampharos. And Skeldridge. The health that Skeldridge is at, Trevenant could also take care of it. I decided not to go into Trevenant in the matchup that I did because of the Brutal Swing. However, I still had the shield, so either way, I really could have done either way. Gardevoir lead. Don't really want to switch into Trevenant, and I mean, it's kind of a mix, right? Like the Charms would be super effective, but the Shadow Claw and Shadow Ball would also be super effective against Psychic typing. So I opt to stay in and do a Hydro Cannon, and they let it go, so I quickly switched into Talonflame and incinerated them down. Now they bring in Swampert, and I'm able to reach just Fly here before they throw. And if this connects, no, it gets their shield. So I think, what did I do? I just let it go. I said, you know what? I'll just let it go. It is just a Surf, so it doesn't hit quite as hard as Hydro Cannon. But I'm not quite able to get to another Fly. I have 2 shields. I decide I'm going to shield this up because I am at another move. So this will either take them out or get their last shield. Or not take them, it doesn't take them out even close. But it did do, oh, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get my switch timer switched back so I could switch into Trevenant. So they bring in Skeldridge again, and I do make it to the Shadow Ball. So this will either get their last shield or take it out. And let's see here. They decide to let it go. So game's pretty much over now. There, just Shadow Claw down. as of right now, what I'm seeing in the meta, this team has pretty solid coverage against almost everything. Tentacruel lead, your mud shots are doing super effective damage, and Earthquake would also, I think, pretty much one shot. So I do go straight for the Earthquake. They commit the shield, so I'm going to commit the shield as well, see what they throw here. I'm thinking either Scald or Blizzard, and it is Blizzard. I just was worried about getting baited with an acid spray or something stupid. So they switch in Giratina, so I answer with Trevenant, and we're gonna let the first one go through. I know I can live any one move other than maybe Shadow Force, but they didn't build up to that. So I go for the Shadow Ball here. This will do massive damage if they let it go and it takes them out. They did said let it go. So they bring in Tentacruel again. I'm gonna go straight for another Shadow Ball. Seed Bomb would do okay, but it's kind of just neutral with the poison typing. So here I wanted them to, I didn't think they'd actually throw. I thought they would farm me down, but I would have reached Seed Bomb. So they do throw. And then I bring in Swampert, and I should be able to farm right down. So now this is pretty good for me, Swampert with lead and a shield, or energy advantage, sorry. So they have Guzzlord in the back, straight Earthquake. They let that go, and I'm at another Hydro Cannon already as well. So you're gonna throw this. They do shield that, but it's pretty much, there's not much they can do. I'm at another Hydro Cannon already. That energy advantage really helps out. And I still have Talonflame in the back, which I come in, do one Incinerate. They do throw, so I have to shield. Well, I don't have to shield, but to be on the safe side. And that Incinerate goes through and takes them out. Good game to my opponent there. And into the next match here, got Mewtwo on the lead. So Trevenant's a really strong answer to this, but I obviously don't want to switch to that and then have them switch out. You know, you guys know the drill. So I stay in here and I build up to actually over the Earthquake and go for Hydro Cannon. Mewtwo hits really, really hard, but even the armored one there doesn't seem super bulky. So 2 Hydro Cannons here and the Mud Shots should pretty much take them out. You can see there, they just barely lived, so I switch into Trevenant to take this move. And it is a Psy Strike. It hits, like I said, they hit pretty hard. So it does decent chunk. And then they've got a Togekiss in the back. So I do throw another Shadow Ball here. And hopefully this connects or it gets their shield. And it does get their first shield. So now they're able to farm me down. And I kind of feel like I messed up here. I brought in Talonflame because the fire typing resists fairy. But as soon as I brought it in, I was like, they're gonna have ancient power, so I have to burn a shield. And then of course in the back they've got Swampert. So this wasn't looking good. Go for a fly. I think they shielded. And at this point I was like, okay, you know what? I just gotta let this go and switch into Swampert here and try to win the game with this. I can shield this. Earthquake should take them out. And I want to kind of over farm as a little bit if I can. So I can try to get to, oh, that was perfect. Doesn't quite take them out, but it allowed me 2 more Mud Shots. So that got me really close to Hydro Cannon, and that Hydro Cannon is going to win the game. So a little bit dicey there, but it works out in the end. Another good game to my opponent there. If you guys are still watching, I am curious what kind of teams you guys are running when all 3 leagues are open, what you're playing in, Great, Ultra, or Master, and how you guys are doing climbing elo-wise. So here they switch out into Articuno, and I took a little bit long to reply, and I was like, Talonflame will work, that'll be good. And I'm like, this will be an Icy Wind. Ugh, oof. Ancient Power. Almost one-shots me. I'm like, oh, awesome. So I do get off one flame charge, and then I get taken out as I click on the next flame charge. So really poor management of energy there for me. Mess up on the Ancient Power there. But I do manage to take it out, so they're down a shield and a Pokemon, I'm down a Pokemon, still have both shields. So I go straight Earthquake again here, and they let that go. So that's big for me because now there's not a lot that they can do. They do have to shield up the Shadow Ball here, or that'll take them out. I don't know if they'd incinerate me down before I'd reach another Shadow Ball. But I think I say, you know what? I'm just gonna let this go and rely on Swampert to win the game for me. And they're like, yeah, no, 2 shields with Swampert, game's over. We can't. Don't stand a chance. So, and that was that. 5 games. So hopefully this is going to be the road to recovery on my elo. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys in another video. And thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys would watch ones that I don't just win. You want to see me struggle? Let me know in the comments. See you guys in